morning, class. The topic of today's lesson is science versus pseudoscience. Now, before we get started, just a quick definition of what science actually is. Science refers to the intellectual and practical study of the structure and/or the behaviour of the physical and natural world through observations and experiment. On the contrary, we have pseudoscience. According to the Greek language, pseudo means false or fake, which is put together with science to give the term pseudoscience. Pseudoscience is described as a claim, belief or practice which is presented as a science, but doesn't actually have any proof behind the study or practice. There is often no evidence, testing done, and the practice lacks scientific status. It isn't classified as science due to the fact that it doesn't follow the correct criteria. Often it is based on eyewitnesses at the time, stories, beliefs, and sometimes even rumours. Scientific literature is often ignored or things are taken out of context. One major event that I think a lot of us may remember that is based around pseudoscience is the 2012 apocalypse. This was supposed to happen according to the Mayan calendar at the end of that year. Let me take you to a place far, far away, where the weather is cold and the penguins play. Here lives Penny the penguin and Sally the seal. Here they are, keeping it real.
Benny, Benny, Benny. Hey, Pens.
Hey!
Do you want to build a snowman?
Okay, let's go. So?
Eh?
Where's the snow?
Left it over here.
Good afternoon, I'm Barry Bear. Our top story today is climate change. The temperature and the sea levels are rising. This is due to the polar ice caps melting. Ocean water is becoming acidic, and the temperature is rising in the water also. This is causing animals to perish due to the changes in their food chains, causing a massive disruption to many ecosystems. Coral has also been affected. The acidity in the water has risen, and the sea levels have also risen, so they get less sunlight. It has also been recorded that since 1870, the sea levels have risen 8 inches. These changes have been brought about by climate change. This is an increase in the average temperature due to damage in the atmosphere, ability to reflect heat back into space. Instead, it is trapped in our atmosphere, leading to the increased temperatures and many other side effects. This is a great debate, whether this is naturally caused or if it is a human-influenced problem. There are suggestions that climate change is naturally occurring and that this is inevitable as the Earth was created. Others say that it is solely the humans' fault. Some suggest that it is a mixture of both scenarios. The Earth goes through natural warm and cool cycles, but humans have sped up the deterioration of this planet. It is something that not even science yet can answer. Humans are not taking responsibility for their actions. They're burning fossil fuels, engaging in deforestation, and this is causing irreversible damage to our Earth. Not only are these changes going to impact their lives, but us animals, all the way out here in Antarctica, are feeling the repercussions. That's all for now. Tune in for our evening edition at 6:30. From all of us here at Polar News, have a good evening. I'm Barry Bear.
Does that mean we won't be able to build snowman anymore?
Yes, Sal. Unfortunately, as long as the ice keeps melting, there'll be none left to play with.
That's so not fair. I didn't do anything, and it's not my fault.
I know, but unfortunately, that's the way the iceberg crumbled.
Hey, Penny, look.
What?
Look, over there.
Where?
There. See? There's a line in the sky.
Where? I can't see. Oh wait, yes, now I see it. That's Leo.
Leo?
Yes, Leo. He's the lion star sign. Didn't you know that the star signs in the sky predict your future?
No. How many star signs are there?
There's 12, one for each month of the year.
So my star sign is a special one that depends on the month I was born in?
Yeah, that's right. It's called astrology.
So, what you're telling me, that just because I was born in a certain month, certain things will happen to me? I know lots of other people that were born in the same month as me, and different things happen to us. I don't believe that the stars can predict my future. That just sounds silly. Prove it.
Well, that's just it. You can't prove it. Astrologers believe that they are right because a spirit and a supernatural power are in control, which influences how you are on Earth. What they can't show or explain is how the connection works. They just believe that it does, and many other people believe it too.
But if they have no proof, how can they say that it's just right?
Because they also don't have any proof to say that they are wrong and that supernatural spirits don't exist. It is something extraordinary which in turn relies on evidence to support it, which it doesn't have. That is why it cannot be classified as a science. Have you ever picked up a copy of the Daily Ice and seen the horoscopes page?
Yeah, my mum likes to... Oh, they are star signs. Yes, my mum loves those. Dad always shakes his head and says they are filling her up with nonsense. They are always different though. One day she's supposed to be very lucky, and other days she's supposed to be very careful. I think she just chooses the one she likes best, to be honest.
Well, that's another thing about astrology. There is no consistency, and there are different types of astrology. This can cause clashes and create disbelief among the people who are reading them, like your dad. But like I say, they can't prove that it's true. They just can't prove that it isn't true. That's why it's a pseudoscience.
A pseudoscience? That's a funny word.
Yeah, a pseudoscience. It is basically the opposite of a science. Science experiments are controlled and repeated. So if we were to conduct the same experiment many times, it would always come up with the same result. But with pseudosciences such as astrology, it's much harder to test it, and they always come up with different results. That's why your mum's horoscope is always different. Science theories are also open to changing if there are new evidence to suggest that it is different, and they're open to thinking that there are other explanations out there. That this explanation is simply one that fits best at the time. Astrology pretty much stays the same. If astrology were to be considered true, it would clash with all the other basic principles which classify other things as sciences.
What happens when there are new stars and planets discovered?
What do you mean?
Well, those stars and planets have always been there. We just didn't know it. Doesn't that mean that all of their predictions were wrong before?
Yeah, you could say that. You could probably even say that now because there is so much that we don't know about our solar system and space. Although astrologists will always believe that what we are saying is right, even if it doesn't match what other astrologists are saying. Anyway, that's enough for one night, little one. Brush your teeth, it's time for bed.
But wait, Penny. Can we be another snowman?
No, not tonight.
Okay, bye.
Marker. And action.
Walk away.
The topic of today's lesson is science versus pseudoscience.
Sel?
Yes?
Where's the snow? I don't know.
Good afternoon. I'm Barry Bear. Our top.
I won't look.
What the hell was that?
Not even my fault.
I know, but unfortunately the actions of others affect us over here.
It's not my fault.
I know, but unfortunately that's the way the cookie crumbled. Astrology pretty much stays the same. If astrology...
Oh! New stars and planets discovered.